Hello, Rose. So first of all, thank you very much for your time today on the call. I hung up very excited to potentially be working with you. I'm just gonna give you like a quick overview of what it looks like to work with me. So this is the application that I use. It's called True Coach, which is basically just a platform that online coaches can use. So we have all customer care looked after, and we don't send the spreadsheets back and forward because I don't like it that way. So as I was telling you, every single one of my ladies, so I currently have 19 ladies, so I have one more spot, but every single one of my ladies have their own unique profile. And I have ladies whether they are in prenatal, postnatal, postnatal, or just like lifestyle clients. I also deal with problems with eating disorders, and so depending on what your needs are, I will accommodate my coaching too. But if I was, for example, going to show you one of my long-term clients that I mentioned to you, for example, Gosha. So I can show you Gosha. Gosha is someone that has been training with me. She's from Gymbox. She used to do just classes, and she started training with me just before I quit personal training, just before COVID. So we did some personal training sessions, and then when COVID started, we just moved to online coaching. So with her currently, for example, as you see, I have week by week everything that my clients do organized to the point that I force them to have some rest, because there are some clients that don't like having some rest. So I, for example, make sure that she realized that she is her number one priority, and she has that reminder on Saturdays. So my level of details go down to the minutes that I will feel that you will need help with. So when it comes to the workouts are all different to depending the person goals. So this is a lady who is working on body composition. She's also very busy at work. She manages a really high stressful job, and so what we're working with her, or the main work that we've been doing with her, was actually increasing her calorie intake, as she was also someone that comes from a restricted background and overtraining background. So if you, for example, look at her training, her week of training, I get her to train. I mean, every week is different with regards. The program is the same. We do periods of 8 weeks progression of programs, 8 to 12, depending on what I feel. But then I organize the week depending on the check-in that she's gonna be asking, like filling up for me. So this is what I was telling you, the questions that I get to ask on Sundays. So based on what she says on Sundays, I will then organize the week depending on whether she's traveling or not, and if she's traveling, I will accommodate it to the travel, etc. She also does some running, so I make sure that she reports how many miles she's running, so I can then accommodate the intensity of the other days. I make sure she does some mobility before that, and more than anything else with her is a lot of reassurance that everything that she's doing is right. Like, for example, this is something that she would write to me saying that she's not feeling comfortable with how she's feeling right now, because she's been very stressed. She's having to recently drop down on the miles she's been running, but also she is around her period time. So around her period time, her weight tends to increase, and her body composition image, which happens to a lot of people, tends to decrease. So all that I do with her, even though she's been training for me for over 2 years, is literally reassurance once, as many times as you need, that everything was going to be okay. So for example, because you asked me about the communication, so these are the communications. So in here I have the internal chat. So on the internal chat, I will then reply back to her check-in. So the way that I reply back to the check-in is through a Loom video. This is what I said to you, that you get my time every week. So on this Loom video, I will get through your photos or whatever data I will have to analyze, and then I get to talk to you about what your concerns are and about how we are going to be targeting. Just going to get this rolling.
Now what I need you to really do is to be super consistent. Once the period is done, that is going to be our way of measuring, because I cannot be trusting on.
So then again, I will just send you the full feedback as to what is it, the things that we need to focus on. I leave her with action plans for the week, and more than anything, I leave her with reassurance that everything that we are doing is going aligned with where we want to get with the training. So after I send the weekly check-in, she's already telling me that she's in a lot better mindset, that she feels better about the process. And anyway, this is just very personal. So as you see, although I say 48 hours expectation time, she replies to me and I reply back to her, because sometimes I understand that this can be a massive difference and a massive impact on her stress of the week if I am not making sure that she's okay mentally. All right. So, for example, in someone like her, more than the training, because she's someone that doesn't really like training, changing the training so often. So, more than the training with her, what support she needs is the accountability and the reassurance that what she's doing is right, and the reassurance that what we are doing on the weekends with regards to drinking is also okay. Now, if I was going to show you one of my clients that is currently going to the oh, I forgot to show you the photos of her. But anyway, I show you, for example, one of my clients that is currently going through the pregnancy. So Smita or Sean, Smita is not the best at replying to my comments, but it's because I know her so much. But I will send you more about what are the things that you are expect to answer. But for example, in here, when this open, this is one of my ladies that is currently going through the week 19 of her pregnancy. We started training at the gym, but at the gym she felt she was wasting a lot of time going to the gym, and also because of COVID, she said, I will just stay at home. So we started her training sessions at the gym. Then when she felt uncomfortable going to the gym, I was happy just to adapt it to home training. So I request some stuff that she could use at home. And so basically what she gets to do is 3 workouts, home-based workouts, and we get to do some core exercises, which will make sure that her core is safe up until the end of the pregnancy, so we don't have to do so much work after the pregnancy with the core training. So every day you will have a reminder of what is going on your pregnancy and with your body and your baby on that week. And then again, I have a different check-in for the pregnant ladies, because I get to ask some questions about manuals, some documents that I have on the application for you. There is a lot of information about what happened in every single part of your pregnancy with you, yourself and your body. So I get them to read these things and ask me questions about it. So then again, this is a different version of what someone else's week will look like. So I get her to train Monday to Friday, and then the weekend she just goes for a walk with her partner. And week by week we will be adapting based on her notes. As you will see, she will always make me know in here how many reps she did and how she felt, and if she did something else extra, so then I know to add it for next week. All right. And now in here I'm just showing you Angelica. So Angelica has been with me again for over 2 years now. Oh no, this just went out. So with her, as I said to you, we train at home, and the training sessions are not very intense. We train 3 times a week. We make sure that what she sticks on is nutrition, which we have managed to do all through just intuitive eating, which means that I give the foundation of how a perfect meal plan should look like. And because she doesn't need so much support with regards to training, she needs a lot of support with making sure that what she's eating is okay. So she finds really reassuring for her to send me every day what she's eating. So she finds that by doing this, she's keeping herself accountable to myself and herself, and making sure that in every meal she eats, there is a portion of protein, portion of greens and veggies. The snacks are all macro based, in terms of, like, we're not tracking with MyFitnessPal, we're just tracking by the eye and just by guiding portion sizes. So like this also, she keeps herself accountable, and on the weekends, if she, for example, ate a little bit more, we will not go back and restrict. We'll just go back into the good practices that we have done. So this is someone who didn't know anything about nutrition, and is someone that is now able to easily just build up meal plans for herself that are totally suitable for her lifestyle and her goals with training. Now, if I was going to show you here the progress that we have made, I have every single one of her progress photos since the day we started. And as I mentioned, this was her when we started, and she comes from a background of yo-yo dieting, a background of not really knowing what to eat, and a background in which she didn't really enjoy training. So with me, she have not fall in love, but she has been able to sustain training for over 2 years now. And if you look at the condition, so we managed to lose a lot of weight consistently. So as you have seen, her shape just keeps changing depending on, obviously she also managed a lot of stress, and there are some periods in which she might gain the weight back. But as you see, it has been consistent on a shape. This is her getting a little bit of weight after Christmas, but then again, it's normal. So the importance is not to be always dropping that weight, is being able to navigate through the different phases of your life, because as I say, this is a lifestyle, and sometimes because your priority, ladies, is not to be a fitness model, sometimes I understand that things get out of hand, but as long as we keep small practices in places, we can keep making progress. So with her, we also did an amazing progression, and she also managed to get a new job, and here she is filling up her weekly intakes. In I was highly focusing on how much alcohol she was drinking, because we were sabotaging the progress. She was starting to drink a lot, and that was generating anxiety. That was meaning that she wasn't recovering properly, etc. So basically, this is just an overlook on how my training program is so different for every single one of you. So here, for example, she's all home trained. I get her to do a midweek check-in just to make sure that we have some reports on how the weekend went by and how the body is during the weekdays. And that is kind of an overview of what I could potentially do with you, but not one of my single ladies has the same process with myself. In terms of communications, we have the communications inside the app. We have the WhatsApp group, which is for you to do any questions that you feel that maybe can help many of you at the same time. And I will be implementing some questions, live questions on Facebook group. There is plenty of communication. So if something is not lacking in this program, is communication to me and the ladies from the team. So I hope that this was clear, and I hope that your husband likes it, and I'm very looking forward to have you on my team. See you later. Lovely weekend. Bye-bye.